I think it's fine. Start करूँ?
करें.
Okay. किधर से start करूँ? Hello everyone, welcome to SHETALKS. It's me kusumkc and today I have guest Gauranshi Sethi Psychologist and I would like to welcome her in my talk show.
Thank
welcome
you.
to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Kusum. Thank you.
Okay. And how are you?
I'm doing fine. How about you?
I'm also good and it's my pleasure to meet you.
Same here.
Okay.
It's
Today
wonderful.
in the talk show, we'll be discussing about the life-related experience and uncover stories and some of the things about health and well-being. So we have altogether 5 segments. In the first segment, we'll be discussing about happiness talk. So Gauranshi ma'am,
Yeah.
are you happy being a woman or girl?
If you are asking like a close-ended question to this, that yes or no, so there is no particular answer for it.
Yes.
Because at times I feel that yes, I'm very happy, but at certain points it's like I am facing a lot of hardships just being a woman. But at the end, if I make a gist of it out of my life experiences, I would come to a conclusion that yes, I'm satisfied with what God has given me, and somehow it's a sort of shukrana, a gratitude that I am a woman and I can do a lot in my life.
Okay, nice,
Yeah.
nice to hear.
Yeah.
And nowadays, what are you doing these days? Where are you engaged?
Yeah, if you ask professionally,
Okay.
so I work at a university and I'm a student counselor. Also, like some sort of administration work I handle, but majorly I'm a student counselor here.
Okay.
So I work at IHMR University, which is a very reputed university, specifically into health area.
Okay.
So this is currently what I'm doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So some of the people lamenting their life, like if I studied this, if I engage in this area.
Yeah.
So are you satisfied with your life and your profession?
Again, again there are certain circumstances when I'm like very happy. Life is full of phases, bad phases, sad phases, happy phases. So again, I would say ki yes, most of the time, however I motivate myself, telling that yes, eventually, whatever is happening, it's happening for a reason. So yes, at times I'm like, okay, I am satisfied with whatever has happened until now, and whatever will come, I'll just like show up and I'll be never giving up.
Okay.
But at points I feel very depressed when I feel that I have nobody loves me, I am not lovable. So at that point of time I feel abandoned.
Okay.
So I feel sad that time, but somehow I would say ki yes, I'm overall satisfied because it's not on my control. Okay. And I'll have to just walk through the path of life.
Okay.
And this is what life is, full of hardships and happiness, different phases. I would
Okay,
say.
sounds great.
Yeah.
So I'd like to jump in the second segment. So,
Yeah.
Second segment. Now we'll be talking about real talk.
Yeah.
I want to hear more about your childhood.
Childhood.
Yes.
So my childhood.
Where you grow up, your interest, similar type of things.
Yeah. So childhood is a time period where we are learning a lot of things, where we are developing, we are accumulating different behaviors, experiences, like whatever we are facing accordingly.
Yes.
So my childhood is full of ups and downs, I would say. Actually I was not happy during my childhood period because I think there was something lacking. Something was lacking in my life when I was a child. My mindset was not good. Though my parents have been very supportive,
Yes.
but I feel that yes, I need something else. Like this is not like whatever I was doing, I was not satisfied with that in my childhood
For
specifically.
example,
Like actually I was like not very good into studies, like not interested, I would say.
Okay.
So I was doing good though, but whenever I used to study, I used to feel very sleepy and I was not concentrated. my parents were like very supportive, and they were like, it's okay. If you're not able to study, there is something else for you. But studies, we have to manage our grades percentage somehow. So at that time, I had this feeling. Also, I was not satisfied with how I used to look. That was the major part. And when you not feel good about yourself, you're not able to present yourself well. So I had this thought, ki I don't look good, I'm not pretty, nobody likes me, and actually I was fat. So people might call me chubby. My parents would say that you're very cute, healthy, but no, I had to face this in school because children of my age, like, they never understand the feeling when somebody bullies, no? So they never understand like what the other person is going through. For them it's fun, but for me it was a nightmare. I felt so bad, and it went on for some 3-4 years. I faced it daily. I had no friend, only a single friend. Again, she also had a lot of friends, but not me. So that was a different struggle, I would say.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah. So during that period, which subject you like most?
Until 10th, like I was doing the general studies. But when I was when I chose humanities, there I was introduced psychology, and at that time I realized, oh, thank God, I have something to pursue in my life. Before that, I was like, what I'll do, what future I'll have, because I was interested in nothing. I was just doing it just for the sake of doing it. But when life proceeded and psychology was introduced to me, I was happy that finally something is there which I can pursue in future.
Any of the memorable moment or your interest which you want to say during your childhood period?
There were good times, yes. I would not say that there were only bad days, but yes, I had a few friends, like 1 or 2. So with them, I had a good time. They used to understand me. They were always there to support me. So somehow I realized, thank God, that at least I have someone. And my parents, they have a major contribution to this. They have always been supportive. I used to think that my parents, I have to just move out of home after my 12th grade, but somehow I realized that no, I need their support, and still they are there to support. That true love, the pure form of love, is only given by your parents and your family. No one else can give you that. People are always connected with you with some sort of selfishness. They come with some sort of selfishness. Even I would say parents are there. A bit of selfishness is there. Sometimes their children will be there in their hard time when they grow old. So ye dunya, like this world is like that only. We are connected with some sort of element of selfishness. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's lesser, but selfishness is always there. That's why human relations are going on, I would say.
Well said. Maybe we can found some of the selfishness like things when like some people have interest. Similar type of.
So this is something I've learned with my experiences. There is no selfless love. There is selfishness in everyone. But I have had a pet. I lost him this year, last year, sorry, and it feels very afresh, losing him. It's the most hard time, I would say, of my life. He was there with me for 4 years. When I used to come back home from my workplace, he was there truly waiting for me to just come and cuddle with him, snuggle with him. That form of true love I never found somewhere, because he was very selfless. There was no motive of any selfish act he was expecting from me. But that form of love I find nowhere. It's gone. When he was gone, everything was gone. It deeply shatters me, and again, if I think about him, I can cry right now. But somehow we move on with life and accept the challenges and the circumstances God gives, because it's not under my control, so it's okay.
Yes, very true. Now I would like to move to the another segment, behind the scene. It's a main segment of the SHETALKS show. Your story, her story, SHETALKS. So in the story, last time you said something about bullying you have to face in the childhood and even in the adult time, younger age. could you please share something like which thoughts you more, like touching you more?
It was not a physical abuse, I would say. Physical abuse, like I never felt it. I'm sorry, I never faced it, and I'm very lucky that it never happened.
Okay.
But the words, the stare, like my classmates used to give, and they used to call me fat. They used to just accumulate all together, and they used to make fun of me, like how bad I look, how fat I am, and that was so bad. So, no physical abuse, never.
Okay.
And I'm thankful again.
Okay.
But yes, there are hardships related to it. Affected me mentally. It directly, affects my mental health.
Okay.
I used to come home, and these scenarios just kept on, going on in my mind when I was laying down, when I was even trying to study. So that was bad. That was the worst.
Okay.
Everyone has friends, their groups, but I was the one who was facing this loner sort of thing. That's very bad. Even though when I came to college in my first year, I was very, a loner sort of.
Okay.
I had this mindset that nobody will ever love me, like me, and I'm very boring person.
Okay.
They won't like to spend time with me. So this is what I felt.
Okay.
Yeah, but as life moved on, and yes, when I lost weight, yes, it definitely did help me to gain confidence. And there are certain things, like after doing it, you feel confident.
Okay.
The major thing is you'll have to fall in love with yourself. And if it like,
Nice point.
yeah, and if it is like coming from losing weight, so definitely, if something is giving you happiness, like within yourself, that if you look at it in the mirror, like into the mirror, and you're like, yes, I look good today, I am very pretty.
Yes.
So eventually, when you face others, you are confident. The aura is, is caught by others, and you get the reactions accordingly. So
Okay.
first thing is you'll have to fall in love with yourself. That's
So
the
you
major
mean
thing.
physically we need to be much more smart, both
Yes, if you
intellectually and physical appearance too.
yes, I feel it because there are a lot of people who are like fine with how they look, even they're fat, they're slim, like however they look, they're fine with that.
Okay.
It's just about the mindset. My mindset is like, if I look good, I'll act good.
Okay.
If I'm not confident, like how I look, I won't be able to present well.
Okay.
So this is like how I am. So you'll have to understand this, like what is making you feel better about yourself.
Okay.
If it's like wearing a beautiful dress makes you feel better about yourself, so do that. At least be confident when you deal with people. At least be happy about yourself when you deal with people. So you get the same vibe.
Okay, very lovely to hear.
Yeah.
If I am not wrong, the reason you have pursued your psychology course, like the same incident or is different?
Actually, there was nothing I used to like about in school. Geography, mathematics, English. I did not find any interest in them.
Okay.
But psychology was something I was doing it, when it was not even introduced to myself. I was a very great observer. I used to be a loner, and this is a trait I have, grown within myself, that I just sit in a crowd, I observe others, I look at how they're reacting, how one is feeling. Like if I see a couple, and if they're talking, so I'll just not make sure that they just get to know that yes, she's staring, but at least I'll observe like how they are behaving with each other.
Okay.
So a lot of analysis are there. Ki if the boy is not happy with her, if the girl is not happy with her, if she's angry at this point. So I used to make this analysis, conclusions. So observation part was there.
Okay.
And somehow when psychology was introduced to me, so I was like, yes, this is something I want to polish in myself more.
Yes.
I love behavioral studies, cognitive skills.
Yes.
So this is all there in psychology. Yes, somehow life experiences guide you to select your stream as well. So yes,
Okay.
you're right at this point that somehow my experiences helped me to choose this field for myself.
Okay, and for choosing this field, and how would you like to see your family support? Like
Family support. Family is like very supportive.
Every moment.
Every moment, like they guide me when I'm doing wrong. But suppose if it's about my life decisions, if about getting married, if about being a single, like being single throughout, if I don't want to get married, if I want to go abroad, if I want to go and work at some place, if I want to change my stream, they will understand me and they'll be very supportive. Like suppose if they see that yes, I'm not satisfied with doing something, so they will listen to me, they'll guide me accordingly, and they just tell me, just do what your heart says.
You are very lucky.
I'm very lucky with this, yes.
You are a single child or you have other siblings?
I have one elder sister, so she's better than like what I am. She's very chill.
Yes.
And she is married, and again it's her choice.
Okay.
If I don't get married throughout, my parents won't mind.
Okay.
Definitely they won't mind.
Okay, so then I'd like to move to the another first segment. Like we'll be talking about health talks. So could you please suggest three of your choice, healthy choice, which you give more preference in your life?
Yeah. So when I wake up, so I think I'm a morning person.
Okay.
When you wake up early in the morning, when the world is sleeping, so I think at that time you get to see a lot of, like you get a very good and beautiful feeling because nobody is there to, and you are waking up fresh. So I would say like be a morning person. Don't wake up late.
Okay.
My mother says like wake up before the sun rises. It's eventually good for your skin and for your overall health, including your mental health. And this, including in this first point only, I don't like check my phone. Like usually this is very common. People say don't check your phone, and this is actually working. Previously, what I used to do used to just grab my phone and I used to check it. But this habit I've given up like since years. So I think life has been better than this at this point of time. Secondly, I avoid social media. I am nowhere, like I'm just using this professional handle. Otherwise, I don't use any social media. And it's like 3-4 years again since I've given up this. And I think my time is saved, and that time I'm putting into a lot of better things. So this is also somehow working physical health and my mental health again. Third thing is I like eat homemade food. I avoid like I used to have a lot of junk and like outside wala food, but right now it's like I eat healthy food, and eventually again it helps me a lot to feel better about myself. When we eat healthy, we feel healthy. This is what I've learned. If I eat pizzas like for continuous 2-3 days, I'll be very depressed. And this is an actual study. If you eat junk, you will be depressed. If you eat healthy, you will feel better. So actions somehow affect your like mental health, your peace. Yeah,
you're very caring.
Yeah.
So yes, you are right now. You are also working in somewhere in some of the university counseling, continuing your counseling work. And how difficult to manage your personal life and professional life, work-life balance.
My personal life is, it's
very
not
easy or tough.
I have like given up most of the things which I used to do for myself, and most of the time I'm into my professional part. Here I talk to many people, and somehow like when I reach home I'm usually tired. I give myself some time. I Netflix and chill. I spend time with my parents, my mother especially. We watch a movie together. But at mostly I'm very sleepy when I reach home. So I take a good sleep when I reach home. After having my dinner, I go for a walk. That's what I do. At the time, like while I'm walking, I just recollect all the things which I've done in the like throughout the day. So this is what I do. There is no personal life, honestly. Most of the times is like I'm giving to my workplace only. But when you're satisfied with your workplace, when you're like finding happiness there, so again it's good. So there I'm like happy, I would say. Because I talk to many people. And previously I was like having this thought that I'll be like giving my life and my time to one person. But right now I'm in this state where I feel that no, we should talk to different people. It will give you different experiences, and you'll be in a happier place.
I want to know more about your counseling. How many years you are doing counseling, and what type of the cases?
Yeah.
I want to hear something more about it.
Yes. So along with this university job, I'm also into this. I'm associated with one NGO.
Okay.
So it is based in Pune.
Okay.
And I give I take online sessions for the underserved youth. It's a pro bono service that we're giving, and usually what cases that I'm getting, it's majorly related to girls breakup and relationship issues, because they do not have enough money to invest in therapies or counseling. So again, it's a pro bono, so people do reach out on this platform to us, and I take sessions, I talk to them. What I've observed, people just want to be heard. They just need someone who can just listen to them, who can just be there to in their hard times. So I'm that person. When they have no one, they talk to me, they vent out, and I'm listening to them, and I'm giving them good suggestions. Counseling is not about giving suggestions, I understand, but at least they need someone, a good listener. So first I listen to them, their problems, and when we discuss about it, they themselves get to know where is the major problem coming from. So breakup is a phase, most of the girls are not able to deal properly. I'm not, I won't talk about boys at this point. The cases are majorly coming from girls.
Okay.
So they are very emotional, very sensitive, and they are hurt when they cheated on in a relationship.
Okay.
Yeah. So they just discuss about it, and I sometimes cry while we talk. Even I cry listening to their stories because I am very empathetic and I connect with them.
Okay.
So again I tell them give it some time, because eventually you move on once you start giving a particular time to some different to some particular situation. So you heal when you feel the pain.
Yes.
You cannot heal without getting vulnerable. You'll have to be vulnerable if you want to heal properly.
Yes,
so that's what I tell them.
In your opinion, after COVID, lots of cases like mental health problem, breakup, relationship, people used to speak, right? Do you also feel same? The cases increases or
It increased.
Increases?
Because in today's generation, what I've seen, if somebody is far from their eyes, they lose interest.
Okay.
Far from the eyes, far from the heart. So when they do not get to meet, there are many misunderstandings generating between a couple, and if they are in a long distance.
Okay.
So somehow when they are not able to meet, so there are breakups.
Okay.
There is misunderstanding that yes, he is not giving me enough time, because nobody can give you their lot of time. One person must understand that they have their individual works as well. And if this space is getting exaggerated a lot, so definitely it does create misunderstanding. Okay. And suppose if married couples are living together all the time just because of COVID, they didn't get out of their houses, and that's the reason the divorce rates increased.
Increases, yes.
And it is a study that it did increase. And people were getting separated because they just get bored. They are just they need peace. If somebody is becoming a headache, just leave them. This is what today's people are doing. This is why the divorce cases are a lot and breakup cases increased during the time of COVID. Even I was going through my breakup in COVID. It did happen. It
Quite
was
sad, but is still interested to
Yeah.
listen. If I get more time, then I would love to hear more from you.
Yeah, of course, why not? But somehow, COVID was the time. I think it was the best time for me to break up. Because I did not break up.
Okay.
This again due to the misunderstanding.
Yes.
And due to a lot of things we had to break up.
Okay.
So this happened, and again it took me a lot of 1.2 years somewhere around to move on from that relationship. But somehow I'm in a happy place. Once we move on now, so we are we are at the best place because we care about no one. We are free. We are on our own, and this is something I craved for.
Do you miss that moment, or you are happy in being a single right now?
Being single is better. Being single is better.
Okay.
But again, there are phases where I need someone.
Yes.
So I think like I need someone in my life. But the solution is not always relationship. We can have good friends where we can spend time with them.
Yes, yes.
Until and unless you don't find someone where you are very comfortable and happy being with them. So you should not be, in a hurry to... Yeah, you should not be in a hurry in getting engaged in any relationship.
Okay. Now I'd like to jump in the next segment, fifth segment, that we'll talk about hope talk. Hope talk. Like, could you please give some of the tips for young people, like adolescent youth, who are in a relationship, like how we can make our mental health and well-being very fit?
So usually adolescent is a time where most of the relationships are not moving ahead in their adult time, like what I've observed. But there are certain cases when somebody starts dating in their adolescent time period. There are cases when they like go well in future as well. But at this point now, when you are not stable career-wise, you cannot maintain a relationship. The very first relationship you will have to manage is with yourself, with your parents, and majorly with your career. If until and unless you are not stable career-wise, you must not jump into that physical and intimate relationships. No. Intimate relationship, basically the love angle, where the love angle is there. So I would suggest first be stable enough that you are earning a good package, that you are maintaining a good career life, then only you must start dating. Otherwise, no point of dating. Because once you start focusing into your career, after suppose if you're in a relationship in your adolescent time period, and once the time comes where you'll have to change the city, some other state, and you start focusing on your studies, you'll meet new people there, you'll be distracted. Definitely, there is no individual I see that who is not getting interested in another person, even though they are engaged into some relationship, but still they're very distracted. So if you're that unstable now, so they should not jump into any relationship. First, do all the unnecessary stuff you want to do in your life, like dating, flings, because this is very common. I don't like it, I don't support it, but this is what people are doing these days. So suppose if you have that feeling now, so do it. Just don't cheat anyone. Until and unless you are in a state where you really want to get settled, you must not play with emotions of others. I know nobody is that sorted in their life that yes, first I'll make my career and then I'll jump into relationships. It just comes along. I know, it just comes along. But after a huge heartbreak, because everybody goes through a heartbreak, I would say, there is no single individual I have met in my life who has never went with this heartbreak thing. So once you're having this heartbreak, I think the life is on track. So one heartbreak is necessary for everyone. That's what I feel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you are very inspiring lady.
Thank you, Kusum. Thank you.
Yes, very true.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
It was really wonderful.
Okay.
I did not know I'll be venting out a lot of things here, but it was really good talking about things because when we discuss, we throw certain points which we were not talking about.
Yes.
But I really loved this.
We're at the end of the session.
Yeah.
And I'm very much happy. You cannot imagine with talking with you, counseling, mental health things, and how we can make happy oneself. So it might be helpful to other youth.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for your time. Stay safe, stay healthy, and nice to meet you.
Thank you, Kusum. Yeah.
Okay.